This is United Medical ACO Weekly event, and my name is Kemal Erkan. I'm the chairman of United Medical ACO. Now, again, this is going back to your personal experience, and I hope that no one has to go through what you went through. But you actually have some other personal experience that you went through in life, and if you don't mind me maybe going into that a little bit.
Sure.
Although I was just thinking about this a little bit. So, although you didn't want to actually be on the spotlight for this, right? So you are now part of the history. So it's almost unavoidable, right? So, you know what I was thinking? So now let's just make sure that everyone, okay, so everyone already knows this. So I may be maybe a little bit behind with this, but you are the first state senator in the United States.
History who's transgender, correct?
Who's transgender. So now, not in Delaware, like this is in the entire United States. So that's a big deal, right? So, but when I was listening some of the videos, the time before you came out, and what you were worried about, like fitting in, being judged, and like not being accepted, versus now everyone is after you. So, like, you see the irony there, like.
Yeah. Well, I think it's
what's happening versus what's like. Everyone wants to have you now, right? As a friend, as a host, as a state senator, as a
yeah.
It's
frankly, it's incredibly. It's incredibly empowering and moving to me that what once seemed impossible is now not just a possibility, but a reality. When I was growing up, the only references I had for people like me were punchlines in a comedy or dead bodies in a drama. The idea that a trans person could run for office, let alone run and win, seemed so impossible, it was almost incomprehensible. And, you know, I feared rejection in every sense of the word. I feared for my safety. I feared that I wouldn't be able to find love, live in a community I love, do work that I love. The fact that that has turned out to be not the reality. Again, it's a reflection of progress. It's a reflection of how much hearts and minds have changed over the last 20 years. It's a reflection, I think, of the goodness of this community, that folks were able to look at me as a candidate based on my ideas and my experience, my values, not based on my identity. And I hope it's helpful to a lot of young LGBTQ people who can now see themselves more fully in government. Because the reality is, as lucky as I am, people are still facing discrimination and violence and rejection.
But I think what you were able to demonstrate, and at least what I understood from your experience, is what the fear, what we think what's happening is not the reality. That's the perception. That's what society is giving us, and then that's either we take that and live with it, or we create our own reality. And that's what you did. So you create your own reality, and then you become the history. And that's it's not easy, but it's doable. I mean, it's and I'm proud of you, and I'm very happy that you were able to do this, and you are a good example of this, because this can be done this way, and it doesn't have to be. And those stereotypes, I think we have to fight the stereotypes, and shouldn't be that way. I think people now are more aware of those, and I think we should be more responsible. We should take the ownership from every level. Sometimes this goes from as small as the family from the smallest family level to the government level, if we are not able to weed out those problems from the system, we won't be able to see more Sarah McBrides. And again, I'm extremely happy for you.